happens, upcasting and downcasting happens only when we have inheritance. So if you create a B reference and if you create a B object and assign to the A reference, it is called as upcasting. Correct? Very simple. Create an object of B, new of B, and try to store it in a A1 reference. This is called as upcasting. Create a subclass object and assign it to superclass reference. Downcasting takes A same A1 and try to store it in a B reference. Take A1, try to store it in a B1 reference. Okay, but here conversion is mandatory. Okay, why? Because when you are A1 is a reference of superclass and you are trying to store it in a subclass reference. This is called as subcasting and downcasting. So now polymorphism, right heading polymorphism. What do you mean by polymorphism? Change in the behavior, object behavior. I'll show you one simple program. Okay. So for polymorphism, what we need method overriding, upcasting, and inheritance. Okay. So for polymorphism, so what is polymorphism? They'll ask. An object behavior changes changes throughout its life cycle. An object behavior changes throughout its life cycle is called as polymorphism. So types of polymorphism. First one is compile time polymorphism. Second one is runtime polymorphism. So for compile time polymorphism, method overloading. Method overloading. So this happens at compile time, I told you. Okay, method overloading is a best example for compile time polymorphism. Okay, method overloading or constructor overloading. Overloading is all the concepts belongs to compile time polymorphism. During compile time only, head and body will try to match. Constructor overloading. Okay. Then runtime polymorphism. For runtime polymorphism, what and all required? Okay, what and all required? Method overriding, casting, and inheritance. Make a note of this. So now let us see some simple example. Assume I have a pen. Okay. If user gives input, if user gives input one, okay, it should use ink pen. Okay. If user gives input other than one, like 0, 2, 3, okay, or negative values, -1, -2, whatever, it should print sketch pen. You should write it in a sketch pen. Understanding? This is the requirement. Very simple. Okay. If user give input 1, then only write it in ink pen. If user gives any input than 1, so you should write it in a sketch pen. Now, let us see one simple example. I will take one class called as pen. Pen. Okay. So now, so I'll write method write method. Inside this, I'll write pen writes. Okay. So I'll create two subclasses for this. Okay. One is ink pen extends pen. So what happens? This write method is inherited here. I will change the implementation here of write method. This is called as method overriding. I'll simply write over here ink pen writes. Okay. Same way, write method class sketch pen extends pen. Okay. Now you can see even ink pen inherits pen, sketch pen also inherit pen. Correct? Yeah. So this write method will be executed how? When you give input one, ink pen should write. When you give in input other than one, it should write in the sketch pen. So now let me go to the I'll write a class pen. Okay. Write method void write method. Okay. So here I'll write system.println pen writes. Clear? No. Next class pen extends pen void write. I am doing overriding the inherited method. I am changing the implementation. I change the implementation saying that sketch pen writes. Correct? Now same way, sorry, not sketch pen, ink pen writes. Same way I will make it for sketch pen also. Sketch pen writes. Correct? Both are inheriting the pen. Now I will take a method inside the run class called as test method. Okay, test method. This test method, what it will do, it will take an input. Okay, this test method will take an input of integer. Okay, so here inside this test method you need to pass 1 na, 0 na, 2 na, whatever it is. So if you pass 1, if you pass 1, okay, I'll write one if condition. I'll write if condition. If I value is 1, what you should return? Return new of object of ink pen. Right? Yes or no? If your input is 1, you should return object of ink pen. I created object of ink pen. So what is the return type here for test method? Ink pen. Correct. Return type is ink pen. Ink pen. Okay. Else. If it is not other than any number, what it should return? Return new of sketch. Correct? No. But ink pen will support ink pen type. Sketch pen will support sketch pen type. Now you cannot do either of that. Correct? So can I make this the return type? See, it is returning the object of ink pen, object of sketch pen. Correct? But return type you cannot write here ink pen. If you write ink pen, sketch pen will throw error. If you write sketch pen, ink pen will throw error. Correct? So but both object parent is pen. Yes or no? Both object parent is pen. Can I write here pen? Return type is that method return type is pen. So now error is gone. Error is gone. So now, okay. Now I'll make this method as static. Let it be. Okay, how to call this static method? Run dot test. In main method, I will call run dot test method. Okay, so what input you want to give? I will give 1 dot. There is a method called as write. If 1 run dot test method, correct? Run dot test method. 1 means where it will go? Which object it will create? Ink pen. Ink pen, correct? This will return object of ink pen. Dot write means what it will print? Ink pen writes. If I give input -1, what happens? It will create, it will go -1. Okay, if condition, it will go here, else sketch pen object it will return, sketch pen writes. See, based on the input, object behavior is changing. Okay, this happens only during runtime. When user pass the input only it will happen. This is runtime polymorphism. Okay, so as of now I'll pass 1, print it. See, ink pen writes. Sketch pen writes. An object behavior changes during runtime for the user. Public static void main always assume as a user. Okay, so now user is triggering the test method, the 0 input dot write. So which object it will return? It will return sketch pen. When he give input 1, it will return the object of ink pen. Okay, so here to achieve this polymorphism we have inheritance. Okay, here we have upcasting both the objects. Okay, two object ink pen, sketch pen. Okay, you are balancing with the pen reference. Why? Because it is the super class. Correct? No. See, you have two objects. It will return one method. Inside one method, We have two objects, either ink pen or sketch pen, that is decided by the user. Suppose if it returns ink pen, if you write the return type here ink pen, sketch pen will throw error. If method returns sketch pen and return type is ink pen, ink pen will throw error. So commonly I wrote pen. Why? Because upcasting. Subclass object, superclass reference. Okay, you can make a note of this. Example program for runtime polymorphism. Okay, so this is about polymorphism, guys. So let us see. So this is very simple topic, but they will ask in interview. What do you mean by upcasting? Create a subclass object, assign it a superclass reference. What do you mean by downcasting? When you do upcasting, if you want to bring back your all the features back, you need to do downcasting from the superclass reference to subclass reference. That's all. Okay. So in primitive casting, we saw widening lower primitive to higher primitive to lower primitive is called as narrowing. Okay, so next topic, please write abstract class. Abstract. So what do you mean by abstract? Abstract is nothing but incompleteness. Incompleteness. Okay, abstract. So inside a class, you consider one class, suppose which is A. Assume class name is A. If this class consists of some complete methods. So complete methods void test one, let us assume, which will be having the body, open braces and close braces. This is called as body. Inside this, you may write your statements or implementation, correct? Code. This is called as complete method. Is called as complete method, or it is also called as complete or concrete method. This is called as complete or concrete method. Okay, a method without a body, method without a body, there is no body here. This is called as incomplete method, or it is also called as abstract method. It is called as abstract method, or which is a incomplete method. When method is incomplete, okay, we need to add a keyword to a method. That is called as, that keyword is, we need to add here before the method called as abstract. We should add a keyword called as abstract. Here, abstract void test. Okay, abstract void test2. Abstract keyword need to be added. So when you add an abstract keyword, what happens? When you add an abstract keyword, this abstractness will be thrown to the parent class. When you add abstract keyword to the method, that error will be thrown to the class. Now class also becomes incomplete. So here also you need to, when you write abstract keyword to the method, obviously you should write abstract keyword here also. Okay. So abstract class, we cannot create object. We cannot create a object of abstract class. Understanding this? We cannot create object of abstract class. Incomplete. If you want to complete it, create one more class, inherit this, inherit this, inherit this to one more class. Okay, this test2 method is there, no? This test2 method, inherit it and complete it in the subclass. Complete it in the subclass. Let us assume you took class B. B extends A. Okay, so you need to complete that test2 method here by giving the body. Okay. So why this is used, for what purpose? Say for example, you have ATM card. ATM card without ATM machine, it is no use. Correct? ATM card is abstract. ATM machine is complete. All the activities happens inside ATM machine. ATM card. This is called as abstraction. Abstraction. A phone without a SIM. A phone without a SIM. A TV without a dish. These are all abstracts. Okay. So if you want to watch some channel, you need a dish or something like that, cable or whatever. So TV becomes abstract. Yes or no? So that process is called as abstract. Why? Because if any fraudulence, they get only ATM card, they can't do anything. Yes or no? If any guy who got ATM machine, they cannot access your account. Yes or no? They need both the card information, everything, and ATM machine as well. Correct. So abstraction is a process where we hide the implementation. Where we hide the implementation. We won't show the implementation to everyone. We keep all the implementation somewhere. Okay, in the complete class, in B class we keep all the implementation. Okay, but in A class what we have? Incomplete. Correct. Now your test to here it is completed test to method, but in here, but I will give A1 reference to you. Okay, if you go to A class, nothing is there. Understanding this is called as abstraction. Abstraction is a process of hiding the implementation. Okay, so that we will see tomorrow. Okay, right. Abstract. First abstract. Abstract is nothing but incomplete. Abstract is nothing but incomplete. In a class, in a class, in a class, any method is any method is abstract. Any method is abstract, bracket you write, without a body. We need to add abstract keyword. We need to add abstract keyword. We need to add abstract keyword to the incomplete method. This abstractness will be thrown to this abstractness will be thrown to this abstractness will be thrown to class. Then class also becomes abstract. Then class also becomes abstract. Class also becomes abstract. So when class becomes abstract now, we cannot create object of abstract class. You cannot write A1 is equals to new of A. Java restricts, boss. No one can create an object of abstract class. Okay, an incomplete class object cannot be created. Okay, we cannot. An abstract class object cannot be created. An abstract class object cannot be created. Understood? Okay. Next topic, abstraction. Is abstraction? Abstraction is a process of hiding the abstraction is a process of hiding the implementation. Abstractness is a process of hiding the implementation. This topic we will see tomorrow. Okay, abstractness. Then after that, interface, basic things. Okay, it is quite easy. Java is quite easy. Just you need to revise the things, remember the concepts. That's all. Okay. They won't ask these things in interview, but better thing is you should know it. Okay. Okay, guys. Today we saw like polymorphism, two topics. Runtime polymorphism, one program, abstract class, and what how abstract features. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see abstraction. Thank you.
Yeah, like method overriding inheritance, they won't ask examples for those things.
Yeah. Method over basic exam. Overloading,
They
overriding for
have to
freshers,
write in
they
the
will ask. When you do selenium, no, you will come to know real time. See, selenium is something which already someone written. It is just like a history you study now. Developers have already implemented everything. You should know how they implemented. Okay, so say for example, there are several methods in Selenium, okay, which has used inheritance, which has used abstractness. You should know it. So to know that, you should know this topic. Okay, so that is how. Now you are learning the features of Java. Okay, once you know the features, you will come to know the real time experience. Okay, in the project. Okay, thank you, guys.